Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Ellie Pomerlew. Well, the former Sun Prairie West High School principal who is accused of failing to report child abuse appeared in court this morning. Jennifer Pluger entered a not guilty plea to 3 counts of failing to report child abuse. Pluger's signature bond was set at $500 per case. Last year, former Dean of Students Robert Gilkey Messiger was indicted on federal child pornography charges and faces over a dozen state charges. An investigation from the Sun Prairie Police Department showed that prior to these charges, Pluger had enough information to go to law enforcement but failed to file that report. Pluger was ordered not to have any contact with the school district of Sun Prairie or the victims that were involved. Her pretrial conference was set for March 26th.